Huntsville is in chaos. Destiny's new foundation is under fire. The Scots just scored a massive win. And Melody went live, dropping truths nobody saw coming. What really happened behind the scenes and who's about to come out on top? Stay tuned, because this could change everything in love and marriage. Huntsville is buzzing like never before. And the city's fans are split down the middle. Destiny Payton's latest venture, a foundation meant to inspire and uplift the community, is suddenly under intense scrutiny, and the reasons behind the backlash have everyone talking. Meanwhile, Letitia and Morrow Scott are riding the high of a monumental achievement, a win that could redefine their standing in the Scots world. At the same time, Melody Sherry went live on social media, delivering raw, unfiltered revelations that caught fans completely off guard. What unfolded behind the scenes? Which words from Destiny sparked such heated debate? And why is Melody's live being hailed as her most revealing moment yet? Stick with us, because the events unfolding now might just reshape the entire love and marriage. Huntsville landscape. Chaos has struck the love and marriage Huntsville universe once again, this time revolving around three of the most talked about figures in the series. Destiny Payton, Letitia Scott, and Melody Sherry. Each has captured the spotlight for very different reasons, yet their paths have collided in ways that have fans buzzing endlessly on social media. Destiny, once celebrated for her grit and perseverance, now faces difficult questions about her foundation. What began as a heartfelt effort to give back to the community has spiraled into controversy, with supporters and skeptics alike demanding transparency and answers. Some argue it's merely a misunderstanding, while others suspect it could signal something far more significant. Meanwhile, Letitia and Morrow Scott are enjoying the fruits of a major victory, claiming one of their most impressive business accomplishments yet. The contrast between Destiny's public struggles and the Scots' recent triumph paints a dramatic, captivating picture of ambition, scrutiny, and the high stakes of public life in Huntsville. The Scots are celebrating a major win, and as usual, the fan base is watching closely. For Letitia and Morrow, it's all smiles, champagne, and public jubilation, but for longtime viewers, celebrations with the Scots often come sprinkled with skepticism. Questions abound. Is this victory truly as seamless as it appears, or is there a hidden story behind the toasts and grins? Meanwhile, Melody Sherry, self-proclaimed Queen of Honesty, went live again, and she didn't hold anything back. From subtle digs to direct responses to persistent rumors, every word had fans analyzing and debating who exactly she was speaking to. Some speculate her comments were aimed at an ex, while others believe she was sending pointed messages to unnamed castimators. In this breakdown, we're covering it all: Destiny Payton's foundation controversy, the Scots' latest triumph, and Melody's unfiltered revelations. We'll dive into what's really going on behind the scenes, dissect fan reactions, and explore how these intersecting storylines could shape the next chapter of love and marriage. Huntsville. When Destiny first introduced her foundation, it felt like a genuine turning point. After navigating a painful divorce, rebuilding her career, and weathering years of reality show drama, this was meant to signal growth, healing, and purpose. Destiny spoke passionately about giving back, supporting single mothers, and helping people facing challenges similar to her own. Fans initially rallied around her, seeing it as a redemption arc, a chance for her to redefine her narrative and remind everyone she was more than past conflicts, including her fractured friendship with Melody. But just weeks later, the tone shifted dramatically. Questions began surfacing online. Where were the donations going? Was the foundation fully legitimate? Was Destiny more interested in clout than community impact? Screenshots and posts circulated showing alleged inconsistencies in the foundation's registration and participants. None of these claims have been verified, but in the fast-moving world of social media, perception is everything, and right now, the perception isn't kind. Criticism escalated quickly. Some supporters defended Destiny, insisting she was genuinely trying to make a positive impact. Others argued that with a public platform comes the responsibility of transparency, and her relative silence only fueled suspicion. Fan groups split. Some viewed the backlash as unfair, rooted in bias, while others insisted Destiny owed the public more clarity. Bloggers and online investigators jumped in, dissecting documents, social media activity, and even the foundation's listed address, raising further doubts. Again, nothing has been proven, but in this environment, doubt spreads fast. The controversy drew attention from other love and marriage Huntsville personalities as well. Subtle Instagram likes and vague posts had fans speculating about who was throwing shade. Even without direct accusations, Melody's followers were quick to label it karmic justice for past conflicts, while Destiny's supporters defended her, arguing she was simply trying to rebuild her life in the face of scrutiny. Destiny herself has remained mostly quiet, adding fuel to the fire. In a recent live session, she offered a cryptic comment about how people love to tear others down when they see them doing good, an apparent nod to the backlash. Yet she avoided directly addressing the allegations, leaving fans hungry for more answers. Insiders suggest she's taking time to gather her thoughts and ensure a solid response. Genuinely committed to making the foundation work. Others think she underestimated how closely her every move would be watched, especially given her past on the show. For Destiny Payton, this is a defining moment. If she manages to address the controversy and back her foundation with transparency, it could transform into a redemption story, proof that she's genuinely committed to growth and giving back. But lingering silence could have the opposite effect, leaving long-term dents in her reputation. Fans crave honesty, and in today's social media era, quiet often speaks louder than words. Her situation also sparks broader questions. How should public figures navigate philanthropy under a microscope? And how much scrutiny is fair when a reality TV past already colors every move? Destiny may have begun with pure intentions, but in the court of public opinion, perception often outweighs truth, at least until evidence emerges. Meanwhile, just as Destiny's drama was heating up, another headline stole the spotlight. Across town, Letitia and Mauro Scott were basking in one of their biggest professional victories yet. The power couple, no strangers to the highs and lows of love and marriage, Huntsville, had teased a major announcement for weeks. Fans speculated everything from a real estate venture to a potential spin-off show. When the news dropped, social media exploded for all the right reasons. The Scotts revealed that their company, Black Cigar Lounge, had not only expanded but also secured a major partnership that could elevate their brand nationally. The grand opening of the new location was a display of luxury, sleek decor, celebrity guests, and an audience that radiated success. Fans flooded Letitia's comments with praise, calling it a well-earned win. Mauro, composed but proud, posted a heartfelt note highlighting perseverance, teamwork, and faith, reminding followers that storms are temporary when focus and belief guide the way. Of course, the celebration didn't come without whispers. Some skeptics questioned the timing of the announcement, coinciding so closely with Destiny's foundation controversy that speculation ran wild. Was this a perfectly timed move to redirect public attention, or merely a coincidence from long-planned projects? Critics also resurfaced past questions about Mauro's business dealings, linking the glamour of the new venture to old scrutiny. Fans even recalled earlier moments on the show when Letitia expressed concerns about Mauro's transparency in their ventures, connecting dots in ways that made the timing feel almost too convenient. Letitia, however, remained unfazed. In a recent Instagram Live, she confidently addressed the achievement. "People can talk all they want, but hard work always shows. We've been building, planning, and praying for this moment." Her tone radiated control and independence, a refreshing pivot after seasons of being cast in the crossfire between loyalty to Mauro and her own ambitions. She also hinted at more to come. "What you see now is just phase one. We're about to take things to a whole new level." Fans immediately speculated about a potential docuseries focusing on entrepreneurship, family, and community influence. What makes this win particularly intriguing is how it interacts with the broader Huntsville narrative. Melody Sherry's loyal followers often note that the Scotts' major successes seem to arrive just as Melody dominates the headlines. Intentional or not, the couple has a knack for keeping themselves at the center of attention, both on and off the show. Behind the scenes, insiders hint that the next season may spotlight these contrasting arcs. Destiny striving to reclaim her public image through philanthropy, while Letitia and Mauro double down on business triumphs and visibility. Struggle versus success, controversy versus celebration. It's the perfect recipe for reality television drama. Even fans who usually side with Melody or Destiny had to admit one thing: the Scotts are showing serious consistency and ambition, from talks about generational wealth to building legacies and creating opportunities for their community. Letitia and Mauro's vision resonates deeply with the show's core audience, yet tension lingers. Can the couple enjoy their success without the Huntsville drama constantly lurking in the background? As the Scotts were cutting ribbons and popping champagne at their grand opening, Another moment quietly shifted the spotlight back to the city's original queen of controversy, Melody Sherry. Just when fans thought things couldn't get more intense, Melody went live on Instagram, and what followed had people replaying and dissecting every word. Melody's lives are known to spark conversation, but this one felt different. Gone was just the usual confidence and blunt honesty. Instead, she exuded a calm yet fiery energy that made it clear she wasn't holding anything back. Late one evening, in a simple hoodie and no makeup, she appeared on screen, her expression telling viewers she was about to speak straight from the heart. Within minutes, thousands of fans flooded the live chat, typing messages like, "We've been waiting for this, go ahead, Mel." The chat moved so fast it was nearly impossible to keep up. She began by thanking her supporters for standing by her during a season she described as one of revelation and redirection. Fans noticed the word choice immediately. Not drama, not shade, but revelation, a signal that truth had come to light, and redirection, meaning she was charting a new path. Instantly, speculation erupted. Was she speaking about other cast members, or hinting at something deeply personal? Then came the first subtle bombshell. People love to paint a picture of peace while throwing stones from behind the scenes. The chat erupted. Fans started tagging castmates and theorizing about whether she was referencing Destiny's Foundation controversy, the Scots celebration, or both. Melody didn't name anyone, which only amplified the impact. She spoke about betrayal, manipulation, and people who smile to your face but whisper lies when the cameras are off. Her measured pauses left fans hanging on every word, feeling the weight of her experiences. Midway through the live, Melody's tone shifted. She became reflective, emphasizing growth over reaction. Growth means you don't always clap back. Sometimes you let time reveal what you don't have to. Fans applauded her maturity and strength, praising her as a model of resilience and grace. Yet the underlying message was clear. Accountability mattered. She also addressed the persistent narrative that she's difficult or too independent, a label some cast members and critics have pinned on her. Calmly, Melody stated, "It's funny how confidence gets mistaken for attitude when it's a woman standing in her purpose. But that's okay. I'll keep being misunderstood if it means I stay authentic." That statement went viral within hours, earning reposts, praise from celebrities, and the iconic queen behavior commentary. The climax of the live came when Melody hinted at something major brewing behind the scenes. Though she didn't reveal specifics, the confidence in her voice was unmistakable. Elevation doesn't come with everyone who started the journey with you. Sometimes God clears your path because not everyone can handle where He's taking you, she said. Fans interpreted this as confirmation of a new chapter, possibly extending beyond love and marriage. Huntsville. Rumors quickly circulated online. Could Melody be launching her own reality project, expanding music ventures, or exploring production opportunities? Insiders say her brand has grown far beyond the show, attracting attention from networks and industry insiders alike. Even with her composed demeanor, reactions came swiftly. Destiny supporters accused her of subtly shading others, while the Scots fanbase argued her live was perfectly timed to coincide with their viral business announcement. Either way, Melody had reminded Huntsville and everyone watching that she is still a force to be reckoned with. Melody's live reignited long-standing debates among fans about who's truly thriving and who's merely trying to control the narrative. One thing became undeniable. She reminded everyone why she remains a dominant force in love and marriage. Huntsville. Drama isn't her lifeline. Her authenticity, composure, and ability to speak her truth with elegance keep the audience captivated. Every time she goes live, the Huntsville community stops to listen. The aftermath was immediate. Within 24 hours, major entertainment blogs were covering her words, YouTube commentators dissected every phrase, and fan pages turned her quotes into viral content. Some declared it the rebirth of Melody Sherry, others framed it as a message to every woman who's been underestimated. Either way, her statements set a tone, not just for her storyline, but possibly for the trajectory of the show itself. Following the live, something unexpected began to unfold in the fan community. New alliances emerged, rumors of cast reshuffles spread, and insiders hinted that online tensions might soon play out on screen. Whispers began circulating that Destiny's Foundation controversy, the Scots expansion, and Melody's mysterious upcoming project could be connected in ways no one anticipated. Could these seemingly separate stories actually reflect a larger behind-the-scenes power struggle for influence in Huntsville? Beneath the surface of love and marriage, Huntsville, a quiet but significant shift is underway. The cast members are more than reality stars, they're entrepreneurs, influencers, and community figures leveraging the platform to expand their brands, launch projects, and cement real-world influence. As each grows individually, unity has started to fracture, blurring the lines between collaboration and competition. Take Destiny Payton. Her foundation was meant to mark a turning point, a chance to rise above past controversies and focus on meaningful impact for women and families. Early praise quickly turned to scrutiny as questions arose about fund management and program follow-through. Local organizations reportedly distanced themselves quietly, and some fans noticed a striking silence from certain cast members who might normally have shown support. Meanwhile, Letitia and Mauro Scott were basking in a business milestone that had been months, if not years, in the making. New partnerships, brand expansion, and a wave of glowing media coverage. To the public eye, it looked like an unshakable victory, the kind of success story that proves persistence pays off. Their company, Black Cigar Lounge, had not only expanded its physical footprint, but also secured a partnership deal that could push their brand into the national spotlight. On social media, the celebration was loud and unapologetic: champagne toasts, ribbon cuttings, and luxury decor setting the tone for what fans called a power couple moment done right. But behind the polished surface, whispers began to circulate among those who follow the love and marriage Huntsville ecosystem closely. Insiders pointed out an interesting coincidence, or perhaps a calculated move. Some of the same sponsors and local investors who had once aligned themselves with Destiny Payton's entrepreneurial ventures were now prominently featured at the Scotts events. Their logos appeared in press releases and promotional materials, sparking speculation that the balance of Huntsville's business alliances might be shifting. Coincidence? Maybe. Strategic networking? Almost certainly. In a city like Huntsville, where entrepreneurship, reputation, and reality television collide, the social and business worlds overlap in fascinating ways. The same familiar faces tend to reappear at charity galas, product launches, and televised gatherings. Everyone knows everyone, and opportunities often depend on perception. Fans couldn't help but sense an undercurrent of friendly and sometimes not so friendly competition in ongoing game of positioning and influence. The question wasn't simply who's winning, but who's controlling the narrative about what winning even looks like. What makes the Scotts' rise particularly compelling is how it contrasts with their past on the show. They've been criticized before, sometimes for their marital struggles, other times for business transparency, but with each season, they've managed to rebrand themselves as examples of perseverance and vision. Letitia, in particular, has stepped into a more confident public role. Her social media presence reflects growth and determination, with captions about faith, family, and female empowerment. The Scotts are not just building businesses, they're building a brand of resilience, one that resonates with audiences who value both hustle and redemption. Then there's Melody Sherry, the undeniable gravitational force of the love and marriage Huntsville universe. Her influence reaches far beyond the show's weekly airtime, from her skincare line and motivational platforms to her growing presence in music and media. Melody has transformed herself from a reality TV star into a multifaceted entrepreneur and cultural voice. Every move she makes feels intentional, part business strategy, part personal evolution. Her recent emotional live broadcast was proof of that power. What began as a heartfelt conversation with fans turned into a viral event, with thousands tuning in, screenshotted quotes flooding timelines, and media outlets amplifying her every word. Melody didn't just speak, she set a tone. Her reflections on authenticity, betrayal, and growth struck a chord with viewers far beyond the Huntsville circle. Suddenly, she wasn't just a cast member, she was a symbol. Within hours, major entertainment blogs picked up the story, praising her poise and emotional intelligence. Brands noticed to her engagements skyrocketed, collaborations reignited, and her name trended across multiple platforms. Her audience didn't just agree with her, they felt her, interpreting her transparency as empowerment. For many women watching, she represented the idea that reinvention is possible, that you can walk through public storms and still come out shining. What's remarkable about Melody's position is that she doesn't rely on conflict to stay relevant. Even her calm carries weight. When she speaks, the conversation shifts not just within the show, but across the broader reality TV landscape. Insiders say her growing reach has made networks take notice. With whispers of new projects and opportunities beyond love and marriage, Huntsville, whether she's hinting at a new business venture, an independent production, or another chapter in her musical journey, one thing is certain: Melody has mastered the art of evolution. And, while Destiny and the Scots continue to navigate their respective paths, each balancing ambition with public perception, Melody's presence looms like a quiet storm. She doesn't have to compete for the spotlight. It naturally finds her. Her moves, strategic, emotional, and purpose-driven, serve as reminders that in the world of love and marriage, Huntsville, power isn't always about being the loudest voice in the room. Sometimes, it's about being the one everyone listens to when the room falls silent.